Hello, everybody. I'm up early this morning. Me and Boo's out here watching the sun come up. So, I don't even have my shirt on or my hair brushed yet. I'm fixing to go get me a haircut. Tell them, hey, Boo.
Hi, look at the sunset.
We're watching the sunrise. She's gonna eat her strudel, and then we got to get her to school. So,
yeah.
That's right.
I have to change my clothes.
Yeah, she's got to change her clothes too because she didn't get dressed right quick. All right, hurry up, meet your stuff. All right, y'all. I just gonna let y'all see the sun's coming up. It's beautiful out here this morning. It's 58 degrees, I think. And we're gonna go to the barber shop here directly and get a haircut and stuff. So I'll bring you back here in just a little bit. Here we are. Got Boo off to school and everything. Mama's got to work. Boo's off to school, and well, we had our breakfast. Is that lens dirty on the camera again? Maybe. Let me try wiping it off right quick. I can't tell if it's that or if the sun's glaring. That's better. That camera's right in the center of the phone, and I reach and pick it out of my pocket right in the middle every time. So I always have a thumbprint on the screen of the phone. Whoop. There's a truck coming. We are going to go. We're going to run over to the barber shop right quick and get this mop chop going on, because you can tell it's getting to be a real problem. Come on. Hang my glasses up there. It won't bother me too bad, I don't reckon. Yep. I don't know what we're going to get into today. Might see if we can put that 288 together here in a little bit. I got the ring come in for it. I got a piston for one that's coming up real soon. He actually messaged me the other day. I hadn't messaged him back yet, but they're coming soon. Camera's shaking like crazy driving down the road. But we got a lot of stuff coming. I didn't get anything done yesterday because I was so busy. But probably just gonna keep the door shut today, see if Tommy comes by and does a little work. But yeah, we're going to get a haircut. I'm trying not to make these too long, because what I got to do after a while is going to take me a little while, and I want y'all to see it. All right, I'll bring you back. All right, everybody, here we are. All right, me and Boo watched the sun come up this morning. I went and got me a haircut, had breakfast. Got out here trying to get a few things going. We finally got the parts in for the 288. I got a brand new cable ring to go in it. We just slide it in there and look, and we have a much tighter ring gap than we had before. When I say much tighter, I mean much tighter. She's down there pretty slim. Where is my file? I'm actually gonna hit the ring gap just a little bit with a file, just to make sure she's squared up good. You can do this in a vise. You can do it like this, but this ain't the best way to do it. But I'm not trying to take much. I just want to get a little bit of, just a little bit of clearance, because it's pretty, the gap was probably 3/1000ths. And there we go. Now we're about 6.5. That's probably good right there. I know there's people that are wondering what it actually is, because a lot of people don't believe it. I'm pretty close on my gauging, so there's a 7. Let's see if the 7 will fit it. It just will. It just will go in there. There's a 7. It just will go in. There's a 6. There we go. Yep, 6 will go. 6 will go all the way up to the cylinder, and the 7. It's not perfectly parallel, but it's around 6.5. It's around 6.5, 7,000, just like a. So that's, if you ever wonder how close I am just looking at something, that's pretty close. It's close enough for what we're doing most of the time. So we're gonna slip that new ring on there. Make sure she fits in the groove, and she does. We still got all kinds of stuff to put together. So we're going to leave that like it is. We're going to bolt the carburetor back on here. We're going to bolt the carburetor on before we put the intake on, because anybody that knows these things knows if you don't, you can't. If you don't put it on there to start with, you can't put it on there when you're done. Yeah, you can. It just ain't near as much fun. So we're gonna go ahead and bolt it on there now. That way we don't have to fool with it when we're finished. Once we set her down on there and tighten the bolts down, it'll be on there. Sometimes it's a little cumbersome getting them on there, but it's a whole lot easier than putting them on afterwards. And I think everything else was good in that carburetor. I believe it was. But we've got our porting done. Got our new ring in. Put a little bit of sealer around it. We got our end gap is a little bit wider than what I wanted, but Morgan says he has a hard time pulling this thing sometimes anyway, so she's going to have a lot more compression than it did to start with. So I don't want to make it so bad he can't start it. But this is the one that we tapped the hole on the side of it, drilled and tapped, embossed for a decomp. And I got to find a decomp to stick in it. I don't know what I did with that one I had laying here. I might just put that one in there and find another one for that saw, because it's going to be a little while before I get that done. I got to find enough screws to put them other ones together, because I'm missing screws where they were taken apart when I got them. So I got to find some screws before I can finish them things up. But I'm looking. Buying new factory screws is fairly expensive, so the screws cost almost as much as the darn saw. If you buy a bunch of them things are high. Some of them screws are $9, $10 a piece. Oh. But we're gonna set this on now. We're gonna run the piston up. Shoot a little space juice in here. A little something for lubricant. We don't want it to be dry, especially with that new ring. Now I did run across a feller overseas, and he had a real peculiar way of doing things. He says he puts them together dry and the rings seat faster. He builds race cars, or he did back in his day. And he said he ain't never had trouble with one. And I said, well, that's new to me. I never heard that, but you know, I have my own ways of doing things, and so does other people. I understand that 100%. But I like lubricant on my pistons when I put them in. That's all I can say about that. I'm not gonna film all of this, because if I do, the video is gonna be forever long. So I'm just trying to catch y'all some highlights, because I started on this one a while back. If you hadn't seen the videos, they're back a couple of weeks. I can't remember exactly what the date is on them. I didn't look it up before I started this, so I don't rightly know. I just know it's been a little while. It's been a couple months, because we were sick and all that stuff going on. So I got out here the other day and I ordered all the parts. The parts would have come sooner, but some of the stuff that I needed was a little farther out than others. And I told him, I said, don't worry about sending it at separate times. Just wait and send it all together, because it just don't make sense to ship one thing and then turn around and ship something else when it can all go in one box. Because that just costs him extra shipping, and I don't like to cost nobody any extra if I don't have to. Try to get them discounted as much as possible. Still ain't got no compression with that decomp hole open. But there's where we drilled and tapped it for the decomp. When we get done, we have to put the lid on it and do some looking, and we have to drill a hole for the decomp. So we're gonna screw it in here and snug it up, see what the compressor feels like then. Oh yeah. Yeah, that ought to be a lot easier to fire up. Get that choke lever back in there. Fuel line hooked back up. I know they're cutting pliers, but as long as you don't squeeze them too hard, they work like regular pliers. Squeeze them too hard, you cut the fuel line too. All right, there it is. There's the top end stuck back on it. Yep, everything looks good. I already set the numbers for the top end and stuff, so I'll bring you back here in a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. I actually drilled the hole for the decomp with the camera off. What I did is I set it on there. I stuck my finger up in there, and I just pulled my finger out and put it where the mark was, and I just put a mark on it right there, and I just drilled a small hole, and then I opened it up and set it back down on there, and I had my hole a little bit low, so when I put the drill bit, I use this drill bit, and when I put the drill bit back in there, I just kind of lifted up on the drill and drilled through 2 more, and then set it back on there, and it was almost dead centered the hole, maybe just a little forward, but that's where she wound up, just like that. But I forgot to film it. I had the camera sitting here, and I did not turn it on. Well, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Guess that time I was the bug. All right. I got some more stuff to do. This muffler's junk, so I gotta find a muffler and stuff to go on it. So we'll bring you back in a little bit. And through the magic of video editing, or me turning the camera on and off, I have managed to walk over and find an already modified muffler that I had taken off something else in the 288 section or so. And I just got it out, so it's already modified. this has been turned around, it's been opened up, and this was cut off. I didn't do it. It was already done that way. I'm just going to use it. This back piece, somebody else had put it on there too, and it was not exactly the right one, but it had been modified to fit. But they kind of messed up in one place. They drilled a new hole so it would go on there, but they didn't open the exhaust hole up big enough so it would flow. So I finished doing that and got that took care of. So now I'm just trying to find the screws to finish putting the rest of it together. And we should have all of it here shortly. Just trying to get this screw started up in here. It's been a little while since I took this thing apart, so I'm just trying to get the screws figured out. Most of them I know where they go. There's a few of them that are a little bit cumbersome. But we're going to try this. Snug them up. We're going to snug this one up. Snug this one up. Now, we have a modified muffler on there. So, I'm gonna keep going. I got to put the ignition system and all that stuff back on here, and well, basically the coil bolts here and the ignition module bolts here, and the wires run up through there. And I don't figure y'all care to see that, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it back now and continue putting it together, and hopefully here for long we'll see it running. All right, everybody, I'm trying to make a wiring harness here. This one was missing all the wiring harness, and you need a 90 to do this. Well, I don't have a 90 that'll fit it, so I took a straight one and I put it on there, and I've kind of broke it, so I'm just adding a bead of solder there. See if I can get it in focus. I didn't break it all the way off, but I just added a bead of solder right there to stiffen it up and make sure it don't break. So hopefully that'll take care of it. And I'm just going to film little snippets of this, so y'all just hold with me, and I'll show you what everything looks like on the end. All right, everybody. That's what it looks like after I got it soldered and put some heat shrink on it to keep it from getting to anything. So now it fits up on there, and it's got a pretty good angle to it. It's still going to be close, but it's going to be better than nothing. So I'm going to work on getting all this wiring stuck on here, and I've got to cut it to length and fit it. I got it all laying here. I just got to get it done. I'll bring you back here shortly. All right. The end of this wire broke off, so we're gonna take the little strippers. We're gonna strip her off of there. And this thing takes a special. It takes a special small one. So I actually ordered the small ones, and I keep them in stock, or try to anyway, so I can crimp these things on here and not have to fight so much to get them. There's that one. Try to keep it where y'all can see it. These things fit on there pretty snug, but that's the way you want them. Because if they're loose, they vibrate and it wears them out real fast. So that goes down there in that little lock slot right there. Sets up in there. And then the plug wire will go right there. So we got that on there. We're going to run this through, get an idea of where the wire needs to go. I can get it to rest in there. And then we're going to go right in here like this somehow or another and curve it over and go about right there. So we're going to cut it right there. We're going to cut it right there. Give her a little stripping action, a little twist. And this is a medium size. One's small, one's medium, and then you got the regular size. So this is a medium size here. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I know they're a lot of fun to find on the internet, because it took me a while hunting them to find them. So now that we got that there, we'll plug it on. I'm going to move this up out of the way just a little bit. Plug that on there. And that'll let us roll it around and put the wire supposed to clip down in there somehow or another. Let's do the blue one first. Then we'll do the red one. There's not hardly enough room for both of them, but that's kind of where we're at as far as the wires go. I'm going to take one of the little bitty zip ties and put it right there because the ears broke off. So now that's all the wire in there. So I'll bring you back in a minute. All right, y'all. I got no idea what's going to happen. All I know is I got a chainsaw that's about put back together. So we got the decomp in. We're gonna see if she'll fire off. It runs. Even the on and off switch works. Oh, mercy. All right, y'all. Well, you know what time it is. It's that time again. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this video up. I'm going to finish putting this thing back together. And maybe we have a video out in the woods. So, y'all be kind to each other. Love each other. Help each other out. Treat everybody the way you want to be treated. That's the main thing. I know some people don't like hearing say that, but if you treat everybody the way you want to be treated, then everybody would be a lot nicer to each other. Because there's very few people that want to be treated bad. So that's the thought for the day, thought for every day. It's good to see y'all. Don't forget we have a live feed on Saturday at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you enjoy it, come by and hang out with us. We have a good time. If you like and subscribe it, if you enjoy our content, we put stuff out. If you need something in particular, try to get a hold of me and I'll try to make videos to help you out with the stuff you need. So that's all I need to say. So y'all have a good day. God bless, and Bellhopper out.